Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Reddit Hunters versus Parvati Valley Friendly War Recap. As you can see, we lost pretty heavily over here. It wasn't a great war for us. They had some very good bases. They tripled pretty much all of our 11s, excluding Hank's. And they even missed 5 attacks at the end because I guess they just couldn't be bothered or something. We do have some very cool attacks, though. Let's start off with, this is actually my attack. Unfortunately, this was the only Town Hall 11 triple, though there were a couple other close ones. This is a Queen Charge minor attack. So, just creating the fun over there. As you can see, there's a bit of a gap. There's these gaps separating the base and these sort of moats, and what that does is it makes the miner pathing very easy, because it's very easy to heal miners when they're going over a narrow area. I'm just gonna go on 2x speed to speed this up a bit. So I've only got one rage, and that's gonna be fine because there's not too many defenses there. And I really just use the rage to speed them up. Though most of the time you are going to have to bring 2 rages, especially if there's more happening. In this case it was alright. So you see, all she does is take out a bit there, and already there's a very nice path made for the miners. So they actually made a mistake and didn't use the heal and ability properly, but that's okay. The queen's broken through. She's starting to clean up a bit. And that's pretty much it. It's game over. The miner's just going to do the rest of the work. And I think they even switch. No, they don't. The healers are just going to die. But yeah, with all these attacks, with queen charges, they tend to take a long time. So, but even as long as you start the main attack at a reasonable time, you're going to make it, because they work pretty fast and they move very fast. Same speed as minions, actually. Alright, for the next attack, it's an attack we don't see very often. Number 17. This was by Mr. X. This is a Falcon attack. It was actually the only Falcon attack. Well, 2 at Town Hall 10. There was another done by Ville at Town Hall 9. This one was very well executed, and he used the Stone Slammer in a very creative way, an untraditional, non-traditional way, you could say. So he's cleaning up, making a really wide funnel so that the Valks don't go outside. And he's starting off that with a Queen Walk. His king is going to be deployed on the other side soon to take care of that. I'm just going 2 speed here, and we'll wait for the Valkyries to come out. So yeah, so what you want to look for, and what he's done here, is he's deployed them in a way for them to be lured in by the queen. The queen is going to pull all the Valkyries into the middle of the base. That's exactly what you want. In fact, if you start on the other side, it's even better. In this case, there's a bit of a gap, so there's less chance that the Valkyries are going to go outside because they're attracted to buildings that are stuck to each other. It's easy for them to break through the walls and just go around and hit the trash buildings. That's what you don't want. So with this, hopefully, well, the idea was that they would stay and go through the base. Unfortunately, with all this blank space around them, it was sort of they ended up going the wrong way. But this is where the Stone Slammer comes in. So he anticipated this, and it really cleans up the other side of the base. Now there is an air defense in all this, but he's got level 8 loons in there, and perfect split there. It goes for the multi and the archer tower. It's going to take out that Tesla. And so even though the Valks didn't stay inside the base, it really doesn't matter, because the loons did such a good job. And look at all this cleanup left up. You know, the king's still up. It's really, there's nothing that can be done for this base at this point. So I'm just going to go ×2. Very nice attack. It's always nice to see sort of these unconventional or rare attacks. That's actually something we need to work on. The enemy team hit us with 13 distinct strategies, whereas we used about 8. So they had a bit more up their sleeve. Next attack is by Buchu. Now this is a very nice Queen Charge Laloon. And Buchu is actually very good at getting these Queen Charges with wall breakers. These days everyone's gotten lazy and they're relying on their sieges to get the job done. But not him. He always makes it work. Now he's got his king funneling on the other side with 2 wizards to speed them up, and the wall breakers go in, gets it. Oh, he doesn't quite get it the first time, but he's got more wall breakers as a safety precaution, and you're gonna see he's gonna get it. So the king is still making that funnel. The queen, it got a bit risky here, I think, but he knew that the queen would aggro the CC, and that sort of keeps her there while the king finishes up, and then she goes right inside and takes out those air defenses. Now, she doesn't actually get that much value initially, but because of the way the base is laid out, there's that empty space where that dark elixir storage is, that CC is. There's no defenses there. So the loons have some very nice pathing, very nice and narrow pathing, while the queen just sort of carries on, and she's going to go ahead and take out the expo later. But in the meantime, the loons can just do their thing and sweep across the base clockwise while the queen does some backup over here, taking out that air support and eventually that expo. And you can see it just has a ton of loons up. He really just obliterated it here. You know, some whiz towers, but they're just so many loons now. He's got 5 minions to clean up, and this is going to be GG for this base. Let me just go ×4 over here. So yeah, really nice attack. I've got one more bonus attack actually. This is an attack the enemy team made, and it was just so unusual that I want to show it, and I don't think it's going to really matter if I burn this base, because it's Town Hall 9 base. I think it was this one. Yeah, on Drax the Destroyer. So just look at this army here. You know, he's got some P.I.K.As, he's got a dragon, he's got 9 hogs, he's got a loon. It looks like a farming army. You know, it's not really clear what he's going to do here, but you're going to see in a minute. It's a very unconventional attack that ends up tripling the space pretty handily, and yeah. So yeah, a lot of us thought this was a farming army when he first started, but he drops the healers onto the P.I.K.A. and starts a little P.I.K.A. walk. If you didn't know, the healers actually do more healing on regular troops as opposed to heroes. Heroes get much less healing. It might even be like half or something, and of course that increases as the number of healers increase. And he's going through this base. It's still not really, I mean, he's still got all this, you know, he's got the expos over there, he's got the cannons. Doesn't look like it's going to be enough. He just lures the CC now, sort of a late lure. And because the P.I.K.As are under those healers, they still have full health, and they're going to take care of, well, P.I.K.As are very bad at taking care of CC, but he's got the queen there for that as well. The dragon comes in the back end. It's taking out some trash buildings. And then here come the hogs as well as the CC hogs. And the CC hogs are just so powerful that they can really do a lot of damage on their own, even without a heal spell. And because of the way his P.I.K.As and his queen is tanking for everything, they're enough to get the job done. Had a little skeleton spell. It sort of distracts the king, I guess. Sometimes if you know that you're gonna have an extra spell, you can just go ahead and bring that or something else. But yeah, very nice attack, very unconventional. That ended up working really well, and it's always nice to see this sort of creativity. But yeah, that's all for today, folks. I hope we'll do better next time. This was a very educational war for us, and we're gonna face